The highest unemployment rate since the Great Depression. It was 14.7% in April. It's probably even higher now. We got to adjust to this horrible new normal. And look, even if we can quickly reopen the economy, many of these jobs are not going to come back. But there are companies that are trying to help. Companies like Upwork, which runs an online talent marketplace where businesses can hire freelancers. Even better, their platform was designed for remote work with features that make it easier for employers to collaborate with off-site freelancers. That's why the stock has more than doubled from its March lows. And it's why we saw yet another leg higher after Upwork reported last Thursday, including another 6.7% run just today. While the actual results were solid, the company pulled its full-year forecast. Second quarter guidance was just okay. However, none of that mattered compared to what Upwork told us about how business bounced back in early April. And by late April, they were seeing record levels of client activity. Is this a stock whose time has come? Let's dig deeper with Hayden Brown, the president and CEO of Upwork, get a clearer sense of the quarter and her company's prospects. Ms. Brown, welcome to Mad Money.
Thanks for having me on. I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, I'm thrilled that you're here, and I've got to tell you, it's your first time on the show, so I think you should explain how Upwork works.
Upwork is an online platform where we connect clients in 180 countries around the world with independent freelance talent in 180 countries around the world. So we have a truly global platform. It's all about remote work. We work with 30% of the Fortune 100. They're coming to our platform. They're using us to find skilled, talented professionals that they need for business critical tasks.
I think it's incredible that right at the beginning of your call, you say a line that we totally believe in Mad Money. Remote work has gone mainstream, and the genie is not going back in the bottle. It's not changing. It's going to accelerate, huh?
Absolutely, Jim. 3/4 of companies have said that they are going to have remote work be part of their ongoing operations going forward. And that's not just related to this pandemic. The pandemic has opened people's eyes to what's possible, but they've realized that there are real benefits to being able to work well remotely, and they want to hold on to those even after the pandemic passes.
Well, you were the first person that I've read right up front in your message from Hayden Brown, CEO. The environmental impact of this is so fantastic, but no one else is talking about it.
Yeah, all of these issues with people commuting, these terrible commutes, flying around the globe for meetings that really can happen over Zoom, just like we're doing right now. I think companies are really waking up to the fact that there is real productivity gains as well as the environmental and sustainability impact that everyone cares about, and that now we can get both of those things by having so much more of the workforce working remotely.
Now, at one point I said, geez, I don't know, these guys, LinkedIn must be a problem for them. And then I saw Microsoft's a client of yours.
Absolutely. So we're working with everybody from small businesses through to large companies like Microsoft, NASDAQ, Glassdoor, you name it. They come to us because really they need to find talent in ways that they can't find in their local hiring geographies. Our company has been doing remote work for 20 years, and we've been helping clients connect with talent outside of their backyards. And so companies like Microsoft come to us looking for talent that they can't find locally that we can supply through our platform, because we've got millions of workers all over the world ready to work, and they're skilled at doing remote work, and they're ready to get started. Okay, so why don't you
give us some of the challenges and opportunities that global businesses are facing right now? Because not everybody is working from home, and I think companies need to be schooled that this is something that they can do, but I think they're frightened.
Yeah, I think the pandemic has been incredible in terms of companies really having been forced to try remote work. They've heard about it before. Maybe a few workers in their workforce may have been working remotely, but certainly this was not the normal practice at so many corporations. And now we're seeing from our customers, whether they're SMBs or whether they are giant corporations, they have all pivoted to work remotely. And so they're coming to us and asking, how do we do this? You guys are a remote work company. What are the webinars? How can you help us get our workforce mobilized? And then they're also coming to us because a lot of their workforce is actually not able to work remotely. So for example, if a large company has a call center operations and all of those call center reps typically come into the office to do that work, suddenly they've found themselves in a pickle because that can't happen during the coronavirus. So they're finding, okay, Upwork, how can you help me with a strategy that lets me have call center reps, lets me have web developers, mobile developers, all of these critical skills able to work remotely and perform really business continuity as well as kind of crisis response tasks.
So you're not just finding people.
The conversations right now.
I'm sorry, you're not just finding people, you're advising. So it's deeper than that.
Absolutely. We really see our customers as partners. And so they come to us for help with their entire workforce strategy, because the choice to have a flexible talent bench, to have freelancers as part of your contingent workforce. All of that is part of your strategic thinking about your talent operations. And so usually our partnerships are very deep with clients as we're helping them figure out holistically, what are the different types of talent they need? Where can they source those talent? What role does Upwork play in that? And also often they're onboarding their own talent from other sources onto our platform because we can help them pay and manage those workers through our global platform, especially right now, but they've always wanted some of those needs to kind of consolidate their workforce. So we're helping them in a very deep way.
Well, it was very interesting, the trajectory of your business. You had you saw the slowdown like many people, and so it looked like it might be the left side of a V, or maybe even a U, but then you had the biggest acceleration I've seen of them. We've been covering a lot of the companies in this area. In the last week, you say, in the conference call, we broke our own records by a significant margin on leading indicators such as client registrations and new job posts. So people must have figured out you're the only game in town.
Yeah, Jim, I think what's happened is this is kind of a once-in-a-generation change to how people realize remote work is something that is mainstream and is something that they can embrace. And so as part of that, they're coming to our platform in record numbers to look for solutions where they can tap into a workforce that, frankly, is already skilled and ready to be working remotely. Everyone on Upwork is equipped to do this. And so that's where the client job posts, the registrations have been hitting record levels. I think everyone's realizing this is something that's relevant and is, frankly, relevant for the long term.
Well, I got to tell you, I think you're incredibly impressive, and your company's very impressive. And I wish I'd known more about you. I would have put in my COVID index because, holy cow, are you ever made up for this time? And I know you don't want to profit from something bad, but you've got a vision. And your vision is now adopted by the rest of the country. Thank you so much to Hayden Brown, President and CEO of Upwork. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thanks.
Guys, this is a real company telling you the real thing, which is what I've been saying. People working at home is the future, and you need Upwork to do it. Mad Money's back into the book.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @JimCramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Kramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.